But yeah, we got a Mexisol. We're gonna do Mexisol, and that's Mexican soul food. Then we have the barbecue truck coming out, but it's gonna be Thailand barbecue is what it's gonna be. Yeah, and then they have they have some of this like Hawaiian food coming out, and then they have this guy who has a pho truck, and I've never even ate pho before, but I see it on the internet all the damn time, and it looks scary, but I want to try it. It's like the best ramen noodles in the world, but I don't know.
So inside you'll have musicians.
Yeah, inside and outside. We'll have musicians, and we'll also have 2K19 tournament inside and a Jenga tournament going on inside.
You know what you ought to do? You ought to get a hold of the Bangler and have them set up a wrestling ring and do wrestling matches.
It'd be great to have them out there. If we could do it, shoot, I'd be all for it. The more shit that we can do, the better. Like, because what made me want to do this is I was just looking around and I'm seeing all these events and festivals that happen, and they always work out great, and each year they get bigger. But I started thinking of the old Hutch Fest. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Like, and we don't have that shit no
way
more.
before Ron and everybody got a hold of it.
It was so great. It used to be so fun, and now, like, I don't even think there is Hutch Fest.
Nope, there isn't Hutch Fest.
That shit's crazy. So this could be like this could be the new like Hutch Fest in a way, like, you know, but we'll just do it our way. You know what I mean?
Well, see, this I'll tell you a little bit about the chicanery for Hutch Fest. In 2000, God, what was it? 2004, 2005. They'd done it downtown. It's the last time they did it downtown. And I was on the Hutch Fest board at the time.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, the Hutch Fest people were just like, you know, it takes a shit ton of energy to put this on. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of people on there that they wanted to go do other shit. They were, you know, they were done with this crap.
Yeah.
So they just decided they were gonna be done. And there was one guy who was left in the room, and it was Ron Williams. And so Ron's like, I don't want to quit doing Hutch Fest.
Yeah, why would you?
So he kept doing it. Well, the thing is that it takes a massive amount of people to put this on. And so he was trying to get help here and there, and then there would be people that they would put on the board that would screw people over. They'd take money or whatever, and it was just, and so now that they barely. I think last year they said they were going to put it on hiatus for a year, and then it just has never come back.
Never came back.
So.
My goodness. I miss Hutch Fest. That shit was cool, man. I used to have some
And then they
good
decided
times.
that a couple years in a row they're going to do it at the fairgrounds. Because they were going to recreate the Kansas State Fair. And I'm like, do you not realize that the State Fair, it takes a massive amount of people to put the State Fair together?
Thousands. Why would they do that to the Hutch Fest? They could have left it in front of the old sports shack and just.
And then they were doing things where they were going to do the parade.
Sports shack anymore? Now that I think about it.
No, sports shack's gone.
That's crazy.
And they're gonna do the parade. And they're gonna do all this other stuff. And then it got to the point where the Hutch Fest people were like, well, we're not gonna do it July 4th weekend. And it's like. So, how you can tie that into fireworks in the parade? Well, they weren't interested in doing it. And then they're going to do it a week before, and then it just...
Yeah, this is going to bring some life back to the city.
So this is...
This is going to bring some life back.
If this thing's done right, and you guys put the time and effort together and advertise
we're
it...
going to do this shit right.
Well, and one thing about it, which I'm sure you guys are already... I'm sure you already have taken care of this, because you guys are on top of your shit.
Hell yeah.
But one of the things that people do, the Sandhills Event Center, the people who own the Sandhills Event Center, they also own all the LED signs in town.
Do they really?
And it's like, if I'm renting your building,
you might as well promote
give me a discount or something on these signs.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, actually. That's smart, because we were going to do the promotion, like we had a little street team made up. We were going to go out do the flyers, and then we were going to have these little
Because my deal is, you got to have the flyers.
Oliver's and
Yeah.
all them little places. Like we were gonna have a little giveaway.
You
and
gotta
shit
have
like
the
that.
flyers. You gotta have these fucking LED signs because people are sitting at these
Fuck yeah.
stoplights for
Just
fucking ever,
forever.
and they got nothing to look at.
K61.
The longest light in the hood.
K61.
My God.
And so they look at these fucking signs. And I always thought it was funny, and this was the thing that always got me, was that they had a couple pro wrestling shows out at Sand Hills Event Center.
Yeah.
And
I went to 2 of them.
And they never used the fucking signs.
Ever.
And I'm like, you're renting the building from the people who own the sign.
Yeah.
I would go to them and say, we're renting your building.
Exactly. This promotes your building and everything else.
Either give us a discount on the signs, or since we're renting your building,
Yeah. Just put it up there.
You gotta
Shit.
put it up
the damn
there.
thing up there. Yeah, that should be awesome.
And you know, I remember when Mangler did a couple shows downtown, he used those signs.
Hell yeah.
And they bought one, and they had like 300 people show up.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm like, imagine if you haven't had all of them.
It would be killing. Man.
Yeah.
We need that.
It's
Especially
like,
that one on 11.
On
That
11,
sits right
yeah.
out there at K61.
That's
That
dude,
big ass
right
sign.
there,
That's
man.
That one's huge.
That's big. Yeah, this shit's gonna work.
So you have the signs, you do your flyers like you guys
Fuck
do.
yeah.
Right.
And since you guys have a cause, and
Hell
say
yeah.
here's the little inside detail on that, you can get free radio advertising because they have to do a public service for the community. That's part of their FCC license. And so that's how we used to always get the Concerts for a Cause gimmick going.
That's
Is
how
that
you did
I
it.
would go to the radio stations
Okay.
and I would say you have to
wondering
provide
how
a certain
you-
amount of public service time.
Right.
And they're like, yeah. So they would put us on the air, do interviews, all the stuff, and then they'd run the radio ads. Well, what we did one summer, we did this like 2 or 3 summers in a row, but a buddy of mine, Greg Jordan, used to work at KSKU. He's now out in Montana working at a radio station. He would voice the ads, and he would do such a cool job on the ads that the radio station was making money off running our ads because people would hear the ads and be like, that sounds so cool. Can you do an ad for me? And they would go down. Well, they didn't have any access to Greg. They weren't going to pay Greg for the spots.
Yeah.
But they were making money off those ads. So not only were they like, well, fuck it, we'll run it during the hours of the day where we have to run public service announcements, but they started playing the fuck out of those ads because they sounded so cool, and they had people calling them up going, hey, can we get on the
Hell
radio?
yeah. Shit, we gotta do that ASAP. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
for
you
that.
get your radio
That's
ads
genius.
going, you get your fucking LED signs,
Yo.
get your flyers going.
Yo.
You get these artists promoting
Yeah,
the show
'cause
too.
All 36 artists are gonna promote. All
If
the
you
DJs
ended
will
up
be
having
promoting.
Mangler or somebody doing wrestling,
That'd be even
he's
bigger.
gonna promote the fuck out of
He's
it
gonna
too, because
promote
that's
the
what he
shit
fucking
out of it.
does.
Yeah, he's a hell of a promoter. Yeah, that'll be fucking great.
And you get the you
'Cause
know,
with the
putting some
artists
ads
and
in the
DJs
newspaper,
alone,
you'd be.
that's 45 people right there by itself. Like, so that'd be great. And then they
And
have
also,
their
if
push it,
you've
and
got-
then you have all the other
If
stuff.
you've got a situation where you're selling
Man.
tickets, and you're giving the tickets to the artist to sell,
Yeah,
and Mangler is like, well, fuck, I can make some money selling tickets.
hell yeah.
This motherfucker's gonna be like,
He's gonna push it even more.
tickets like a motherfucker because we
Damn
want
right.
some money in our pocket.
Damn right. Yeah, I'm gonna call him as soon as I leave here. I'm gonna call Mangler soon. Mangler, I know you're probably listening. Be expecting a call. I
Be
know
expecting
you
a
listen
call.
every Sunday, so be expecting a call. Yeah, that's fucking genius.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, this whole thing can't lose.
Yeah, it should be a win-win
You
for
can't
everybody.
lose with this
Like,
thing.
I'm just ready to see everybody happy and just to see the unity. You know what I mean? Like, that's my biggest thing. If they
Be
can
an
see
eye
that.
opener for the city.
Yeah, it will. It will. And it'll give them a chance to hear what's really coming out of here.
Yeah.
And for them to see that all the young bucks just aren't fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like shit, it'll give everything a chance. And shit, they're not just getting music, they're getting food, they got games, they got crafts and arts, they got fucking glass bars, they got live painters,
something else you could do, which is something we used to do with Concerts for a Cause constantly, is okay, you're doing a benefit for the food bank.
Yes.
You call up all these businesses in town. Now, these businesses, this is the thing. And Burgess, our guy Burgess, he learned this years ago. Mm-hmm. These businesses, a lot of them, they're cheap as fuck. So they're not going to give you any money. But if they can write it off, they'll fucking do that. And so, like, you have a silent auction. And you go, hey, we're having the silent auction for, food bank or whatever. Yeah. And you go to like the chick at what the hell is it? First Call for Help. The chick that used to work over there. Mm-hmm. What she'd do during Christmas, and she's like, well, we're having we did a deal at the Rusty Needle one time where we had a Christmas show. We did a silent auction, and it was going to benefit First Call for Help. But she was able to get like Walmart and all these fucking people. They gave her all sorts of expensive shit to raffle off.
Really?
And then they would be like, that's our contribution. Nice. They look like a good guy.
Damn right.
Because they fucking gave you a drone
gave
or
you
some
all
fucking
kinds of
Beats
shit.
headphones to raffle off.
Fuck yeah.
It didn't cost them anything because they just fucking write it off at the end of the day.
That's genius as fuck.
It's like, because like, she gets a hold of me. We're getting ready to put these flyers together. And she's like, hey, I got this fucking laundry list of sponsors. And I go, how much money are they giving you? And she's like, nothing. But they gave me a shit ton of stuff to raffle off.
Hell yes. That is.
And so all of a sudden, here comes, like she's like, Quick Shop gave me a $250 gas card to raffle off.
Holy shit.
And I'm like,
what? I'd keep that.
And I'm like, okay, so they gave you this gas card to raffle off. She's like, yeah, because Quick Shop just wants to be on the flyers. They're a sponsor of the Concerts for a Cause.
Yeah.
We're helping the fucking food bank and First Call for Help. $250 gas card. Well, it's not going to cost them anything.
Damn right. It's free on them. It's a write-off. That helps on their taxes.
And, most of the time, and see, this is the thing. This is another little deal that all these nonprofits have come across. October is when people close their books for the year. Mm-hmm. And so you have this in August. You go to all these motherfuckers and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, well, fuck, we've got some last-minute write-offs.
Hell yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's what I'm talking about. You're a fucking genius, Jig. Hey, my brain's going to fucking 80.
And it's like, and see, this was the thing. You see this stuff here in town.
That's
like
genius.
They'll do they'll do stuff at the Main Street Event Center, and they'll have like these big charity events and everything. There's all these people, there's all these businesses giving all this stuff away, and there's all these sponsors, and I'm like, nobody in this town's got any fucking money.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get money.
Yeah, they give them products. Yeah.
They give them products and write-offs.
That's fucking genius. We could use that, bro.
And all it is you say, hey, we're having a raffle or a silent auction.
That's smart as fuck. Holy shit.
And fucking people love the shit out of these raffles. Like my guy Brian Hopp, who does Concerts for a Cause in McPherson.
Yeah.
He fucking raffles the shit out of stuff every week because people all over McPherson's like, oh yeah, you want to do a raffle? Well, all these people show up and they're like, it's just $1. Fuck it, I'll give you $1. Fucking Britannia goes down there and throws them $10.
It's fucking great because you gotta buy the tickets.
Yeah, you gotta buy the tickets.
Yeah. That is fucking
and the chick and this is another deal. This is another deal. The chick at First Call for Help came up with this idea one year. She's like, well, it's $1 ticket or an arm's length for 10. And so these motherfuckers get up there and they're like, well, fuck.
Hell yeah.
And so
that's a long arm.
It's like, bam.
It's a lot of tickets.
It's a hell of a deal. And at the end of the day, you fucking sold a shit ton of raffle tickets.
Well,
Make some money at the end of the day.
And
Anyway.
someone gets something for
Hey,
it.
Somebody gets
wins.
something. Everybody fucking wins.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Because like
Great fucking
routinely,
idea.
down in McPherson, Brian
we
Hopp.
got to get to work.
Yeah.
Brian
for real.
Hopp would do this stuff where he's like, well, you know, he's a fucking
Switch it up again,
he's
man.
like a Yeti dealer, so he's got all these fucking Yeti cups.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, well, I'll write
Expensive
off
as
a fucking Yeti cup, $10 Yeti cup, blah blah blah, and then they do these fucking raffles. People throw down money, and at the end of it, he's like, oh, well, you know, reads the ticket number, hey, you get a Yeti cup, and they feel like, oh my god, I made it, got a Yeti cup.
Right.
And I only had to spend $10 in raffle tickets. Well, guess what? The Yeti Cup was $10. Like,
Even his money.
yeah, yeah.
Even his money.
And at the end of the day, he turns around and goes, "Well, I got the Yeti Cup. It's $10. So essentially, I sold a Yeti Cup, and the nonprofit got $10 and whatever else tickets they got out of it."
Right.
Right. That's
Smart.
genius.
That is smart.
And it's like,
Yeah, but
my
he's all
God.
right.
Yeah.
I need all
This
that.
the raffles and the raffles and the silent auctions, that was always the thing. Like, we'd do these shows out at the Rusty Needle for Christmas. We do these Christmas shows, and we'd get a few people coming through the door, but she made her money
Yeah.
on a goddamn raffles.
Damn.
Because people would build, like, she did a deal one year where the jewelry place downtown, they gave her like a $500 bracelet. Here, $500 bracelet, raffle that thing off.
Oh my goodness.
So all these chicks show up that night with all these band members, and they're like, $500 bracelet?
Oh, money, 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 money.
But boom.
Yeah, right.
We had people running to the bar, and they were asking Mike, hey, can I put these raffle tickets on my credit card chart because I don't have any cash on me? And he's like, sure.
Hell yeah.
And so these bitches are fucking...
Fuck yeah.
And at the
Damn.
end of the night,
Eat it.
at the end of the
Eat it.
night, she's going through and doing this bracelet. She's like, well, we've come to the thing where we're going to, you know, read the ticket off for the bracelet. All these bitches pop up. There's like 75 of them. They all got their tickets. They're all...
Fuck yeah,
And
bro.
they're-
I need
She reads the numbers, and they're like going through their different... Because they just didn't buy one ticket. They bought the arm's length for 10 or whatever. There was a chick, she bought like 50 tickets. She's just like checking her numbers. She was madder than a mother when she didn't win.
Damn.
That's your fault. Only one ticket's gonna win it. You could have
That's
1,000,
crazy.
but there's only gonna be one ticket. Man, yeah, please.
So it's like, you do that at the end of the day, and then what was, like, we'd have the newspaper come out and cover it or whatever, and just off of like that bracelet, she made enough money in raffle tickets that they could because they do a thing every year where they buy kids that can't afford Christmas gifts.
Oh, that's nice.
She was able to cover her whole fucking deal
Damn.
Wow.
because jewelry store went, yeah, $500 bracelet, they write it off.
What the hell did
They
she
feel
go
like
tell
they're
them?
they
Oh,
feel
no, for
like
real.
they feel like they've made it because they're helping out a cause.
Hell
Yeah.
And then she's doing this. Oh, I got this bracelet, and all these chicks are like, $500 bracelets. That might be only going to cost me $1 fucking ticket. Sign me up. They're running to the fucking bar, maxing out their credit cards with Claire's. He's like, okay, whatever.
Right?
It's like, so it's like,
Gotta get on that.
it's a hell of a deal.
That is awesome.
That's a
That-
freaking bargain.
Yeah. Talk to him.
It's,
Talk to my
it's
dog.
like,
Damn, that makes me want to just get up and run out of here and start like right now.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, because I got so much shit in my bag.
it's like, think about that.
That's fucking
That's just
brainiac.
genius.
See, we were gonna give away like we have this little monster sponsorship.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh,
yeah. And fucking we were gonna give away some of the monster products like the shirts that we
Oh
do
yeah.
and the
Well, and
towels
that
shit,
stuff.
yeah.
It,
Yeah, and people are like
Yeah.
that shit. But if I can get bigger and better shit than that, then I'm gonna just give that shit out for free. You know what I mean? And they could just have that with just showing up. Or like when somebody's performing, I'll just give them a little barrel and they can just
do those. We did a deal, and this was. I just can't believe, old cousin Chris used to say, there's a lot of people in this world that make way too much money.
Yeah.
We did a deal one time where I got this email from some press agent. She's like, you know, because we do interviews with all sorts of people. Man.
Yeah.
So she gets a hold of me. She's like, hey, she goes, do you want to interview the guy that makes the Oscar bags? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like your 10 minutes, talk to the guy, blah, blah, blah. So we did the interview. She's like, oh, by the way, we need your address. We're going to send you what they have in the Oscar bag. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking next Tuesday rolls around. Goddamn UPS guy shows up, of course, B-Ray.
Yeah.
And he shows up there. And he's like, what'd you order, Jag? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I got this. He reads me the address. And I go, oh, they're going to send me what's in the Oscar bag. And he goes, it's going to take me a while. This motherfucker was unloading. I think he unloaded a UPS truck in the goddamn living room here.
Fucking
We got boxes on top of boxes.
what the?
And that's back when I was dating old Buffy.
Oh.
So Buffy comes home from working over there fucking Smedley's, and she's like, where's all these boxes? And I go, somebody's from the Oscars. They sent me the Oscar bag, not a big deal. She's fucking sitting over there on the fucking floor for like a half hour just opening boxes. I got fucking international wine. They sent me fucking 4 pairs of Beats headphones. They sent all this crap. Massages. If we ever go to Los Angeles, we get a free massage at this one number spa and all this bullshit. And I'm like, what in the world?
That's in an Oscar bag?
And I'm like, so what you do with this monster stuff is you figure out, you know, how many people you think are going to be there and do these fucking little grab bags. Be like, hey, you know, door prize or gift bag or whatever from our friends at Monster.
Hell yeah. Smart.
I'm like,
He's on it.
you're giving the shit away.
He's on it. Yep. I'm doing it right now.
And then you could get a hold of the guys at Monster and say, hey, we're going to do a thing. We're going to promise, you know, the first 50 people through the door get a Monster Energy gift bag. Then all of a sudden, boom, here comes, you got people lining around the block because they're like, I'm going to get that
I want that bag.
I want that bag.
I'm in.
They did a deal in Salina years and years ago where they did some little gimmick like that where they had like Monster or whatever. And they were giving away, you know, just little bits of nothing, T-shirts, whatever. They fucking line around the block. People love free shit.
Yeah.
It always feels and tastes.
I remember when what was it? Was it Little Caesars or KFC? They did some special like couple months ago where they were free pizza on a Friday or whatever. They were giving out one slice, and all the fucking
everybody was out there.
Everybody was out there, and they had so many people lined up at the Little Caesars over here on 4th. They had to call the fucking cops to do crowd control. Damn. Because people were like, I want that fucking pizza slice. Yeah. Motherfucker. there's 150 people out there in that parking lot.
And then me and Dana went by to go get ours, and they sold out. They had to close down. They closed the doors at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, bro. And we're shutting down for 2 days. I was like, holy shit.
They had, I think it was in Salina, they had a Little Caesars up there, and that's what they did, is they literally had to shut the doors because they gave out a slice of pizza. They literally ran out of all their product. They were done.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's do this. We're going to take our last break for the hour. When we come back, we are going to wrap it up here. We will chat with everybody to find out their musical projects. I want to definitely have a lot of you guys come back. So as we promote this festival, so we can get get as many damn people there as humanly possible.
Let's do it.
Everybody do it.
So
kid, you gotta do our plugs. I gotta.
So we've got all sorts of things coming up. Here is crack. We got more coming up.
To do anything I tell you to, she said you ain't gotta get me drunk. You a mess, you fine, and your swag is the best, motherfucker. I'm fresh.